Last time on Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Oh no,
So,
this is the one where
painting
Ingrid was asking Ignatz to paint her edgy OC. So let me get this straight. She has bandages on her arm, yeah? She wears belts across her chest, yeah? She has a giant demon hand. Yeah. How does this remind you of the goddess again? The who? Hey guys, Raiden here, and welcome back to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Last episode, we did a bunch of sad exploration of the monastery. We went through, well, pretty much every support I had available. I have 3 A supports waiting on me. A lot of these A supports seem to either seem to have just gotten the points for them, or they seem to just have unlocked this month. So it's gonna be cool going through those, because I like reading the ends of supports too. That is one thing I'm kind of having trouble with in this LP personally, is there are so many supports and they're so easy to get too. So it's nice because I hate support grinding. I freaking hate it. I hate standing next to someone and being like, I'm gonna put these two people next to each other constantly, so that way they'll build supports. And that takes away a strategic element from Fire Emblem, because now they're standing next to each other so they can get a thing instead of me being able to use them how I want, you know? At least in my opinion. Anyways, on today's episode, we're going to be doing a few of the Paralogs. This month was apparently a really bad month for me to try and learn the fists, because most of the people that teach the hand-to-hand combat classes, or most of the hand-to-hand combat instructors, minus Rhea, are out right now. My father was one of them, and he's gone. Catherine is one of them, and she's out crusading, practically. So, we just kind of have to make do with what we have here. So, the first thing we're going to do, is we're going to do this paralog called Dividing the World. Almiran forces are attacking Fódlan's locket. With her brother suddenly fallen ill, it is up to Hilda to take over the defense. Cyril volunteers to accompany her. I honestly don't know a lot about Hilda's home life. For all of her support, she doesn't talk very much about her past or her history, as a lot of other characters do. I imagine if we get far enough in like specific supports, we'll hear about that, but she doesn't really talk about that except for her brother, who I guess like nags her quite a bit.
Hey, Professor. I might have to go back home for a little while.
Are you trying to skip class again? Is this some kind of emergency?
Well, that's one way of putting it. The Almiran forces are causing trouble at Fódlan's locket. Oh, do you know where that is? Well, the mountain range that separates the Alliance from Almira is called Fódlan's Throat. There's a fortress right on top of the throat, and they call that Fódlan's locket.
So you're going to help defend it?
Well, yeah, you could say that. I'm sure my brother would be able to handle them on his own, but he said he really wants me to help out. I guess he's a bit tired out from all his hard work. Anyway, our dad's not as sprightly as he used to be. He's not up for a fight. Apparently it would look bad if we left it to the retainers. I really, really don't want to go, but I guess I have to.
Hey, Hilda. I wasn't trying to
Oh, whoops.
eavesdrop, but I heard you talking.
Forgot to change Cyril. I mean, that's fine. He's not really ever with us in the battlefield or whatever.
Oh, what's up, Cyril?
You're gonna fight the Almirans, yeah?
Actually, honestly, that outfit kind of fits him.
Yes, but it's nothing you need to worry about, Cyril.
It's not that. I was just wondering if maybe I could go along with you.
But you'd be fighting people from your homeland. Do you really want to do that?
None of them would remember me anyway. It's just that I got captured in the battle at the locket, and that's how I ended up here.
Oh, really? So the reason he's with us now is because when he was a child, he got captured? Is that what happened?
So I'm kind of worried that other kids who lose their folks might not be so lucky.
What do you mean?
Before Lady Rhea took me in, I had a real hard time as a servant of House Goneril.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear that, but it's not like I'll go around snapping up Almiran children.
That's good, but I want to see things for myself, so I know that everything's okay.
Well then, let's go together. Oh, would you want to join us, Professor? My brother will be there, but I'm a little scared about fighting all those fierce Almirans.
The funny thing about these paralogs...
We'd all feel way safer if you did.
So the most hilarious thing about all these paralogs is that it implies that if you don't go, they are literally planning on taking on an entire army by themselves. Because if you don't go, no one else shows up. So... Of course I'll come with you.
Great! I know we'll be okay if you're there. Let's head out right away.
I'll go and get ready too.
Thanks, Cyril. Cyril, as I guess everyone keeps calling you. Cereal. I'm really wondering about this event at the end of the month. I feel like this is going to be one of the big climaxes of the game. I wouldn't say the climax, but it's like the tipping point of the game, you know? I don't know where we're at. I feel like we're only at the middle, you know? But it is how... Oh, okay, so here's where this map is. I've actually done this map on 2 different, like, side missions. Alright, so we don't actually get to bring that many people, but let's see what we're dealing with here. Some mounted units. Zoom out a little bit. We're dealing with some mounted units. The Almiran soldier... Who's this? Oh, it's just a random Goneril soldier. Guessing we're supposed to keep them alive. More mounted units, some archers, more mounted units, flying... Oh, we have more forces up there. Almiran flying soldier. We have Cyril over here, who is really underleveled. So I'm just gonna have to keep him out of danger. Looks like we have a bunch of flyers out here, so it might be nice to get some archers over there. And we have some sort of beast on the field for some reason. There's a balliste up here, so if we got a hold of that, I think Bernie could really do some damage with it. She's also a dancer, so... Oh, there's also one down here, but there's not really a reason to use it. Okay. I'm guessing our goal is going to be protect the Gonerin soldiers? Or Goneril soldiers, sorry. In which case, we're gonna have to rush up here, we're going to have to rush down there. I don't even care about what that giant bird does, really, or why it's here. Yeah. Looking at this list, I truly realize how many of Dimitri's students we have, which is all of them. I just like to imagine Dimitri sitting in his... Like, he comes to class this morning, he's like, "Oh, I can't wait to learn with my fellow blue lions, isn't that right?" And he walks in the classroom and just... the dude's sitting there in a small chair by himself. He's like, "I'm ready to learn." Dimitri's like, "Nox, he took them all from me. All of my friends are gone." Rout the enemy.
Most of our allies have fallen. My big brother and I can probably handle this, though.
Hilda, glad you made it. Lord Holst has been afflicted with a sudden illness and couldn't come.
He's not here? Oh, I'm sorry. You must have been absolutely terrified. It's okay, though. I brought along someone who can definitely help us. That's you, Professor. Please help us save our allies and protect Fódlan's locket.
Oh, this is a defense map. I didn't think that's what this was. The Almiran army is approaching. Do not allow them to capture the defended location. You can earn rewards based on how many Goneril soldiers you can rescue. Well, that was the plan anyways.
Good thing I knew about this back road, huh? We ought to be able to help our friends from here.
Yeah, okay. So, we gotta stop them from getting over here. I doubt the bird counts. I don't even know why are these here? I don't understand, but... Anyways, regardless of that. So, my plan was, I'm gonna send both our cavaliers in this direction. That side cartwheel Ignis just did was awesome. But yes, I sent both of our cavaliers north. Hilda and Nox are going to go towards that center platform and meet up with Ignitz and Annette. Oh, they also have some ranged attacks. Damn it, I was hoping I could keep the bird there. Well, actually, we probably can. Those gonorrheal soldiers lift. I don't know what they lift. They probably lift all of Hilda's belongings, and she's like, excuse me, can you move this dresser over here? Yes, I want the sofa over there. Thank you. That's why they're all so tough, because Hilda just orders them to carry around furniture. The enemy knight's just like, how do you guys train? He has like 7 different bags just full of jewelry and makeup, and he's like, I lift, brother. That's how I train. We work hard and we play even harder. The only thing about this strategy is I hope that Annette can dodge everything that she needs to.
Ready when you are.
Yes, she dodged! We're good.
That worked out.
We're good. We saved all of them. And it actually just took my very last Divine Pulse to do so. For once in a map, I saved them all. For once.
I had no choice.
It was thanks to my good old friend Dumb Luck. Did we? Oh no, there's still this guy down here. And this will finish the map.
Seems I prevailed. We did it somehow. Cyril, Professor, thank you.
You bet.
You bet we did it.
I'm gonna drop by my family's estate and complain to my brother a bit. You two should head back.
Woo! I rescued all the goneril soldiers and we got a Hexlock shield. I did all that for a shield? Those are heavy though. But it gives you 4 res. Okay. That's an interesting thing. We got a large bullion. And Annette was the MVP. You successfully completed the Paralog and earned the battalion. The Goneril Valkyries added to your barracks. But Almyra mercenaries added to our barracks.
They aren't really trying to cross Fódlan's throat. I'm not saying they're not serious, but fights like this one aren't really invasions.
Then what are they doing?
They just start fights like this sometimes. It's so they can show off how strong they are. I think it's pretty dumb. I mean, people are getting killed. And why? So some guy can think he's tough? After every fight, they do a big feast and everybody eats and dances and there's music. It's supposed to honor the dead, but I figured they just like to make noise. I think they're all idiots, but if I'm real honest, it wasn't the worst way to live life.
Feeling homesick?
Nah, I'm where I belong now, and I don't really like Almyra. If they want to show how tough they are, then they ought to look after kids who've lost their parents.
Whew. I'm tired. Professor, Cyril, thanks for all your help.
I was about to say, Hilda wasn't here for a while. I thought this Paralog had to do with her too.
You get a chance to see your brother?
I did, though I think I'd be better off otherwise. He was horribly ill, for one thing. He looked so pale and haggard. Apparently, he'd eaten a bad mushroom before the battle, and it made him horribly sick. What an idiot. Anyway, when I told him we'd handled the Almyran situation, he was just gushing with praise. I tried telling him that it wasn't all me, but he didn't even listen.
Weren't you glad to get praise from your brother?
That did feel pretty good, I'll admit. But then things got awkward. He started trying to pawn off his whole inheritance. I told him I wanted none of it. Eventually, he settled for foisting this thing on me. Do you know what it is?
It's a relic, isn't it?
One heck of an axe.
Holy crap! That's a relic axe. Jesus, that thing's huge looking.
Yes, it's a magic axe called Freikugel. It's the hero's relic of House Goneril. He said that I should have it, since the crest I bear will allow me to wield it. He was so insistent I eventually relented. But I don't think I can be responsible for something so precious. Hey, Professor, why don't you take it instead?
Why me?
Heroes' relics contain terrifying power. They're beyond the capabilities of a novice like me.
You realize I'm just gonna hand this thing back to you. Hilda, you were doing almost 50 damage with the hand axe last battle.
You're the only person I trust to take care of it. Please, help me out here.
If you're sure.
Thank you so much. I honestly didn't know what I was going to do with this thing. A big, scary axe is not my style. Plus, look closely. Parts of the axe are pulsating, like it's alive. How gross is that? But I'll use it if you tell me to, Professor. Or you could get somebody else to wield it if you like. It's all up to you now.
Alright, thanks, Hilda.
That Hilda, she really is something.
We got Frickagool. So let's take a look at this thing. 23 might and 65 hit. Definitely an axe. Only requires an E in axe ranks to wield. Hero's Relic, Crest of Gonril. Crest Bearer can use Apocalyptic Flame. I'm gonna put that in the convoy. Alright, well that's over. Next up, how about we do Felix's? The safety for the people of the kingdom has been a growing concern, and Fraldarius territory is no exception. Felix has been called upon to help restore order back home. Sylvain is unable to stand idly by. He learns that a band of thieves, once led by his brother, Miquelon, are again causing trouble in the Margrave. Okay, let's do his, because we don't actually have any relic swords. So it'd be, well, I mean, I have my own, but not for anyone else.
There you are. I was looking for you. I need a favor.
A favor? You want to spar, right? You want to duel? He just stops me. He's like, don't say it. Don't say the word. You know it triggers me.
No. This is more serious. My father sent a messenger. He wants me to return to Fraldarius territory.
Okay. Your father.
Rodriga Shiel Fraldarius, the highest-ranking member of the Faerghus.
Oh, I think that was the guy I met earlier that looked like a Castlevania character. I think that was Felix's dad, now that I think about it.
But about the favor. You're familiar with the tragedy of Duscur, I presume?
I can't recall.
Warriors from Duscur killed King Lambert of Faerghus.
Oh.
After the king's death, public order disintegrated. Bandits continue to raid villages across the kingdom, including those within Fraldarius territory. My father says he needs my help driving the bandits away.
And you want me to join you?
Precisely. Good guess. Perhaps I shouldn't pull you into this. It stems from my family's failure to secure the region. But honestly, I want to see you in action. I never tire of watching you fight.
Thanks, but could you please stop stalking me while I'm training? He licks his lips and he's like, no, I will never stop watching you. That unorthodox mercenary style of fighting. I can't get enough of it.
And it'll be much more interesting for you than the training ground. Or maybe this task, driving off bandits, seems dull to a former mercenary?
No, I'm ready to punch some dudes. Let's go.
Excellent. While I'm at it, I have a second favor to ask of you. Could you recruit more fighters? I bet there will be willing volunteers if you're the one invited.
What do you mean, could I recruit more fighters? I have your entire class.
I'll set off on my own and meet up with you there.
Alright, well, this one's actually only level 13, so it shouldn't be anywhere as near bad as the last one was. I don't know if I'm going to spend... Because what's the cutoff date for these? I think the cutoff date for all these paralogs is actually next month on the 22nd. So... doing some of them now could be nice, but I'm actually probably going to spend the rest of our month exploring. Wow, we're allowed to bring a lot of people on this mission. Wow, that's a lot of idiots I have to keep alive. Oh, it's his dad. I was right. His dad's a sick-looking holy knight. Alright, well, it doesn't seem like there's too much going on here. But I don't feasibly see how I'm even going to save half of these people. A lot of them are surrounded and halfway across the map. Luckily, it looks... oh, no, they do have mages. Luck is on our side, though, because they don't have any flyers, so... I mean, we always have a team to deal with flyers, but... I'm actually going to take Lysithea with us, because I've had her off the team for a little while. I kind of want to take Raphael back. He might be really useful for this mission. Alright, so I don't really have a game plan for this mission, per se. I'm just kind of winging it, to be honest, because I don't know exactly what's going to pop up here. This map seems as bland as could be, so let's see what happens. Defeat the enemy commander.
Struggling to defeat some bandits? What a pathetic old man my father is.
Jeez.
Some villagers are trapped. Let's help them escape.
Felix, my son, you finally brought reinforcements.
Felix's dad looks so cool. Rescue the villagers being attacked by bandits and get them off the battlefield. I don't know how I'm gonna save some of these people. Some of them are so far away, but then again, they may not all move in one turn. So that could be our advantage.
Ready anytime.
Alright, Ignatz. You know, we need to move you as far as possible. Ignatz is one of my most powerful units. It was funny because people were telling me, don't level Ignatz, it's not gonna be worth it. And now I bring him on every mission. Look at his cape, it just flows. Oh, by the way, someone was saying that it doesn't make sense that the soldiers just appear out of nowhere. No, it's just on the map, they don't show up here, but when you zoom in all the way, you can get a view of what the battlefield actually looks like. Everyone's actually always surrounded by a battalion if they have one. And the battlefield's actually hundreds of people in total. Which is cool, but unfortunately, I don't like playing this close, because why would you? Also, as much as I love the spectacle of giant armies, I much prefer squad-based things. Like, if you'll notice, the strategy games I tend to push towards are squad-based, like XCOM or Fire Emblem or Valkyria Chronicles, and all that is because I get a little overwhelmed when I have to manage, like, RTS levels of armies. Like, I play Total Warhammer 2 a lot. I love it. But if, like, it becomes just a lot to manage, and it becomes so visually messy. So, I don't know. Anyways. Look at, like, Scythia.
You were outmatched.
She's just flying all the time now. That's awesome.
Let's get to it.
Okay, so luckily these soldiers are efficiently protecting the villagers. Like, the only thing that could be a danger to the villagers right now, especially...
Everything will be fine. Good people of this hamlet, escape while you can.
Okay, so that's the escape point. So, the only thing that... Wow, he's pretty tough. He has a silver spear, too. But the only thing that I'm really afraid of right now are the archers, because the archers can shoot over the knights that are protecting the villagers. And if they do, it's not going to be a fun time.
It all comes down to this.
Alright, so let's take an objective look at what we're dealing with here. The people who are in the most danger are the people back here. Because the rest of them are in an okay spot. They actually don't have any archers. They do have some mages, however, so we definitely don't want to let them, the mages get any closer to the villagers than they already are. So, luckily, since I sent Claude up here, he can basically solo rescue every single villager over here, which is fantastic. Look at him go.
That's the golden deer for you.
We got a door key, not that I really need it. Let's Claude's a flying unit, and he can just fly over everything. Alright. I have no qualms with sending Leonie by herself down here. Only issue being is that there is a mage nearby, but if I put her in this thicket, she should be able to tank really anything that comes her way. So I'm gonna put her over there. Lysithia? Oh, you finish this guy off?
Of course I won.
Ignitz, I want you to follow behind. Actually, you can take out this guy real quick. The Killing Edge.
I'm so sorry!
I'm so sorry.
feelings,
Does a
right?
triple front flip. Stabs him in the throat.
That should put a stop to their reinforcements.
Oh, was that their commander? It was just this dude down here? Okay. Well then. I don't know what he was doing alone down there, but that's where he was.
Pull out all the stops.
So Claw's actually just going to gambit the bandit leader, who's now behind Claude. And Marion's gonna heal him.
Thanks for
As long as Claude does some sick dodging like he normally does, we'll be fine. Wow, that guy had 100 attack on Claude.
That should do it. We've chased those ruffians away for good.
Thank you so much for your assistance. Please, accept this small gift as thanks.
And no one died. You saved all the villagers. We got an Aegis shield, which is a relic shield. A hero's relic that may have damage taken if the wearer also bears the crest of Fraldarius. Oh. It is pretty damn heavy, though. Like, still. Extra large bullion. We're making money. That's what matters. Claude's, of course, the MVP. His motivation's maxed out. We got the Fraldarius soldiers. We have so many soldiers in our barracks, it's kind of ridiculous.
We are grateful for your help. I doubt those bandits will stop anytime soon. But at least this village is safe. This village was important to the late king. If we hadn't saved it, I wouldn't have been able to face his majesty.
How foolish.
Pardon?
We were protecting your subjects, not your ego. I don't give a damn as to whether you can bring yourself to face a dead king.
I will not tolerate such language from you.
I came here to hone my blade and to save innocent people. I suppose if I had died, you would say the same thing you did after Glenn's death. He died like a true knight.
Okay, okay. Felix, can we chill? I know nothing about your backstory, and I feel like I just stepped into some bad, I feel like, any help here, guys? Nox just turns around, the entire class is gone.
I have nothing more to say. I'm going back.
Kids, right?
I'm sorry you had to see that. He's been that way for 4 years now. I don't suppose you'd care to hear about it.
Tell me.
I lost a son in the tragedy of Dusker. Felix's older brother, Glenn. To this day, I'm proud of Glenn. He gave his life to protect Prince Dimitri.
Really? So, oh man, that could make Dimitri and Felix's support really interesting then.
If he had abandoned his highness and fled, I don't know that I could have forgiven him. I would have been deeply ashamed. But no one would have been more ashamed than Glenn himself. It was in his nature to be noble and true. As a knight serving the royal family, his duty was to be loyal to the end. even if it meant his life. If he had abandoned that duty and survived the incident, there's no way he could have lived on in peace. Felix can't understand that. He's young and foolish. Of course, I understand his sentiment, to some extent. It all comes down to, well, a difference of opinion.
I understand Felix as well.
So that's how you feel about it. How fortunate Felix is to have met someone like you. There's nothing as heartening as having someone around who really understands you. He's an odd boy, thick-headed in some ways, but he's my son all the same. I'm glad he has you to look after him.
Thanks. I only saw this guy around the school like one time. I thought eventually he was going to be recruitable just like Jeritza, but I guess not. Because I swear I had like friendship up points with him when I talked to him. Well, same for Jeritza too, but they're both kind of not our problem anymore.
Professor.
Oh, what? I get along well with horses, so I'm okay at riding them. If I were more confident with a lance, then maybe I might start to feel stronger. Focus on lance and riding skills. Focus on lance and riding skills to excel as a cavalry class. Sure, I mean that's kind of what you're doing right now.
Here's the result.
It's a lot of skill
How's this
ups.
gonna help?
I've never seen this skill before. Hilda learned battalion wrap.
Well, that worked out.
Wait, why did you learn healing focus as a combat art?
Am I starting to master this?
And Ash learned Lancebreaker.
Got it. Good to go.
Sylvain learned Swordbreaker and Lancebreaker. Okay, so we have options here. We could go do the other two Paralogs. But, quite frankly, I'm not too interested in them that much. Oh, I just realized Felix can actually be promoted to a freaking sword mat. Never mind, I have to go buy an advanced seal. We're going to buy an advanced seal right now. We're gonna get my favorite class in Fire Emblem, finally. Actually, if I got a Master Seal, she could have almost a 67% chance of promoting, but I'm not going to do that, because that's a waste of a Master Seal. Alright, let's try this, Felix. I doubt it's going to work, but YOLO, I guess. What? It worked! I have a Sword Master! Awesome!
Easy.
+2 resistance. Easy. I just realized I should probably also promote Annette, since I've been using her quite a bit also. So her reason's really close to A, so I'm not actually going to risk the seal right now. I'm just going to let her go. Especially since she hasn't mastered her class already as is, so. Alright, so I decided for today we're actually going to go and explore. Because we'll have a bit of time next month before whatever this big deadline thingy is to go and do what we need. Hey, Sophis.
Weep?
Yeah, I know. We're still in kind of a bad mood here. But, you know, what else are we gonna do today? I guess I'll stop by Rhea's office, have her teach me the punching arts for a little bit. Faculty training. Please teach me the punch. We're getting there. We're almost at a B rank. But, unfortunately, there's no one else to train with. We may actually be able to recruit Linhard in one day if we're lucky. Because as I said, he was my next target.
Well, hello, Professor. You came all the way to my room to
Oh. You've brought the materials from your lecture I slept through. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I won't do this again.
It's rare for a nice professor like you to be so strict. Please, Professor, you must understand how difficult it is for me to fight the
Wait, you're not
demon of
even in my
drowsiness.
class. How do we have lectures together? This doesn't make sense.
Just talking about it makes me sleepy.
Let's wake you up with a bit of training then. A trip to town might help your mood. You're not motivated enough. Let's get motivated.
It's not that I don't have enough motivation. The problem is that I don't have any at all. Not for useless things. I must compliment you, though. By this point in most conversations, I'm bored senseless. But I'm enjoying this. I wonder why. What is it about you that fascinates me so?
I don't know.
You're definitely a strange one.
Maybe so.
In truth, your very nature is odd.
What do you mean I'm weird? I'm completely normal. Saul's just sitting behind me. He's like, you're not normal. You spend half your day fishing. You obsess about your students. In fact, you're kind of creepy. Nox is just like swinging at the air and he's like, I am not creepy. Linhart's like, Professor, you're more intriguing every time I see you.
You're definitely not a commoner, but you don't seem like a noble either. You're something else.
Yeah, I'm a kobold. Or a nominor.
And yet you can wield one of the hero's relics. You're like a hero in some silly legend. Or you could be a villain who came here to enact some evil plot. That wouldn't surprise me either.
I'm not a villain.
Hey, Professor, will you ever allow me to investigate that crest of yours?
Sure, go ahead.
It won't hurt a bit, I swear. I'm sure I could find out all sorts of things about your crest. And you. Of course, I'm not as experienced with such research as Professor Hanneman, but I do what I can. Someday, I think I might like to become a crest scholar. You never know.
I think that job might suit you. I know very little about you aside from the fact that you like to sleep. So, yeah, there's that. Also, you're in the Green Hair Club, which means you're probably related to the gods in some way. It's not how that works at all. I realized that post-video last episode, but you know what? Let's just call Linhart the god of sleep. That makes it way more simple. Makes it, I don't know. It just all comes together, as Krunk would say. I don't know what I'm saying right now.
Oh, don't trouble yourself. I didn't mean now. I've got a lot of other research I'm working on at the moment. I tend to start a project, get bored, and then leave it.
I know how that feels.
I might be ready to investigate your crest soon. I'd have to tidy up a bit first. On that note, good night, Professor.
Good night, Linhart. Linhart he just falls asleep standing up, and he's like, damn, he's good at this. You want to go to tea, Linhart?
Interesting.
Not able to make it. Linhart, but I wanted to have tea with you. It's okay. Honestly, I've done all I can to bond with him at the moment. I actually bought all the gifts from the shop already. Alright, and that will be the end of today's free time, which I mostly spent eating with everyone. But we don't actually have a lecture this week. What? Petra would like to speak with me? Sure.
Professor, I am not understanding where the meaning is here. When and how is this expression used? I fell for it.
I fell for it. I fell in love?
No, that is what you say when you meet the mate of your soul. The expression is, I fell for it.
Like a trap. Allow me to explain.
Thank you, Professor. I finally have understanding. Can I ask you about another word? The one that is written here. Is something on my face?
I mean, you have that makeup by your eye. It actually might be a tattoo. I can't tell. Your cheeks are on your... God damn it. Your cheeks are on your face.
Yes, I know about that. That is a joke of Fódlan, right? Is that really what you are thinking? Or maybe you have curiosity about the mark on my face.
The mark?
You are already knowing that I am from Brigid. This is a mark from Brigid. It is a prayer to the forest spirits.
Oh.
A prayer to be protected. Hunters ask the forest spirits to have safe and bountiful hunting. There are many spirits in Brigid.
I'm very curious to learn about Petra's culture.
I have more marks on my arms and back. They are prayers for my family's health and triumph. Are you wanting to see them?
This is a question. I mean, the arms are fine. I would love to. Why not?
That gives me happiness. If there is ever the chance, you will see them.
Okay, I had a feeling that's what she wanted to hear.
I have much gratitude for you, Professor. You always listen with patience. I can read and understand the language of Fódlan, but to speak it, gives me difficulty. I hope I will keep having your support. And I will give you my support, too, with my whole heart. I have things that I cannot fail to accomplish.
Let's do our best.
Yes, we will keep walking forward.
Yay! Support level C with Petra. Which I wasn't really trying for, but it...
Teach. Solon and his lackeys. Their whereabouts have been discovered.
Where?
Apparently they're lurking in the sealed forest, not too far from the monastery. Rhea has called back all of the knights who were out searching to round them up. Seems like it could take some time for them to make it back here, but she didn't ask for our help.
Why keep it a secret?
Perhaps to prevent you running headfirst toward revenge?
Fair enough.
It's only natural that you would leap at the chance for it. Anyone would.
No, I will not allow it.
Who's that guy?
This discovery comes just when the knights are at their busiest. It is all too likely that our foes revealed themselves to lure you out there. They are the ones who took Geralt from you. I know how you must despise them, but I must ask you to rein in your personal feelings for now.
Oh yes, you can't stop me. Oh my god, I love how they're allowing the character to have this personality, this defiant one, and not submissive. Like, honestly, I feel like a lot of the time, I wouldn't say Robin was submissive in the way he talked, but I feel like he didn't quite display the anger I had in some situations. And Corrin, you know, they exist. You can't stop me.
Please, Professor, do not act carelessly. I ask that you leave this to us. Losing you so soon after losing Geralt would be unbearable.
Listen, Rhea, and Lady Rhea, this move is the most strategic. The military strategy I'm devising will soon echo across Fódlan's history. I'm sure of it. Just think about it. Most of the knights are still far away, and we can't afford to have Seteth and friends abandon the monastery.
Seteth and friends? I want to see like a Fate cover for that TV show. Seteth and friends, a mean to the ends, purging all the church's problems, protecting Flame. It rhymes with Flame. From the rain, when she spends all day in the ocean trying to catch fish? I don't know.
So the only person who can take action now also happens to be our best commander. It's Teach, and wherever Teach leads, we'll follow. And since you've taught us that this sort of thing is always a possibility, we're already prepared for battle. We can buy the knights more time. Not for revenge, but for a defensive attack on behalf of the monastery.
Professor, do you agree with this strategy?
As much as I hate to say it, while Lysithea may be my smartest student when it comes to book smarts, Claude is my tactical
Understood.
planner.
I will give you the order. Destroy the enemy that is hiding in the sealed forest. You have the protection of the goddess on your side. Whatever happens, you shall overcome.
We have our orders, Teach. Now all that's left is to pull out a miracle.
This is going to be a big mission, which I am going to give its own deserving episode next time. during the next episode, where we'll do the thing. I actually can't do most of these supports because you have to do them like on campus, I think. Yeah, it will take some time before your bond is deepened. I can A support with most of the people here. In fact, all of my A supports are females and Lawrence. I guess because Claude's is taking a while. Raphael's not always deployed. Leonie usually runs halfway across the battlefield, so I can't see her. And then Felix and the rest are new, so... Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, which was kind of a strange one to be honest, there's a lot of dilly-dallying and paralogs, but if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. I don't even know if this will be enough to make a full episode. If not, just treat it like a small one. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Raiden out.